The invention of the railway changed radically the way we live. It became the driving force of the Industrial Revolution and a part of modern life. Railway also influenced development of a separate field of toy-making industry. For almost 2 centuries, train and track sets have been a favorite toy of kids and adults all over the world. So, let's find out what makes it tick. A toy train is a smaller version of a real one. Model trains can be built on a scale of 1 to 4, but they can also be 200 times smaller than the original. Toy locomotives are powered in a couple of ways. It can be a battery-powered drive or a clockwork mechanism, one usually found in old-style alarm clocks. Sometimes, toys can be run just like a real train, using a miniature steam engine or an electric current transmitted from the tracks. Train tracks can also vary, from simple circular ones to multi-leveled, stretching for tens or even hundreds of meters. The first track length record was set by Thomas & Friends Company, who created a 2,888-meter-long toy railway track. Later, this record was beaten by a Lego fan. He built a railway track stretching for more than 4 kilometers, which would have taken a locomotive nearly 4 hours to travel. It is interesting that railway modeling appeared before the railway itself. The first motion-capable model was made by an English engineer, Richard Trevithick, before the actual steam train, which was created several years later. 1797 is considered to be the official date of the steam train prototype creation. In the middle of the 19th century, railway modeling became widely popular in England. The first toy steam trains were created in 1829. It is known that back then, German writer Johann Wolfgang von Goethe's grandchildren received a toy version of a famous Stephenson's rocket steam locomotive. The first toy railway was built in Germany in 1835. Around that time, paper and metal models were designed. Those toys were often given to royal families and government officials. One of the first models was given as a gift to Ferdinand VII of Spain. Prince Imperial of France Napoleon Eugene Louis Jean-Joseph Bonaparte and the Russian Imperial Romanov family both owned railway models. The famous jeweler Carl Fabergé created for the Emperor Nicholas II a model train comprised of a platinum steam locomotive and golden carriages. In 1891, German Marklin Company started producing toy trains on an industrial scale. And in 6 years' time, the first electric prototype was created. Since the 20th century, the toy railway craze has spread around the world and become affordable for everyone. Toy trains often appear in literary works, films, and theater plays. Toy Train is a lead character in a well-known story, The Blue Arrow, written by an Italian author, Gianni Rodari. It is difficult to find a child who's never watched Thomas & Friends or the Chuggington animated series. Starlight Express, one of the most famous rock musicals in the world, follows a child's dream in which his toy train set comes to life. It was written by Andrew Lloyd Webber and is one of the longest-running musicals in the world, with more than 8,000 performances. Up until the 1950s, there was no specific distinction between toy railway sets and precise scale models. But soon after, railway modeling became a serious hobby. Manufacturers paid more attention to carriage details and associated accessories. Those collectors tried to create tabletop landscapes with hills, tunnels, bridges, and streets. There are many garden railroads set up outside, surrounded by real plants and water features. Modeling is widely used as a visual aid for railway colleges and institute students. One should not underrate the power of miniature models. In 2007, German manufacturer Marklin managed to pull a real train carriage weighing almost 50 tons for more than 10 meters by using miniature locomotive models. Our story is coming to an end. The story of a toy, which not only captivated the minds of millions, but completely transformed our world. And in our next program, you'll hear another fascinating toy story. See you soon.